Okay, so this is my Dell Optiplex GX100. I'm going to give you guys a little story behind it on how I got it and how popular these things were when I was at elementary school. So, back when I was going to elementary school, we only had about, there's 2 of these in the main office and only 4 of them in the computer lab. All the classrooms had the very old IBM computers, which were the Pentium 1s with Windows 95, a 64 megs of RAM, and a 3 gigabyte hard drive. These things are Pentium 3 processors with 128 megs of RAM, I believe, or, well, when I got this thing it had 256 megs, so I take it these things had 256 megs of RAM, and they came with a 7 gig hard drive, so that was pretty popular. Every time when the teacher booked the computer lab, every time when we went down to the computer lab, the kids just kept pushing and shoving, and they just ran to these machines like a speeding rocket. Like, oh my god, it was pathetic. I remember some of the kids tried running to them, and the other kid tripped and knocked the other one down, and they both had to go to the office because, well, like they got injured, like they were bruised pretty bad. So, and it teaches you know that there's a lot of idiots out there who will do anything to try to get the best and advanced piece of equipment. So every time I would be the last one in there, I didn't care. I didn't really know a lot about computers back then, and now I know quite a bit, but not every single thing about it. So, that's one of the most favorite pieces of my childhood memories when I was going to elementary school. It's just those stupid kids just running in there, tripping over each other. It was funny. I wish I had it on video so that way I could show you guys what it was like when they were trying to get to these computers. It was so funny. And I just looked at the teacher and I'm like, oh my god, these kids are acting like idiots. And I was always the last one, and I had to get the Windows 95 computers. They were slow. They weren't popular. They weren't fast. They were just nothing. The reason why the kids loved these computers so much was, 1, they were Pentium 3s, so that meant they were faster. 2, they had a newer operating system that they could try out. It was Windows 98 2nd edition. And 3, they had the speakers on them. And I gotta tell you, these kids enjoyed listening to their music. They would bring their CDs from home and put it in the CD drive. Back then they didn't have these things locked up and stuff. Back then you could just open up the disk drive and put anything you want in there. They didn't care. And they would blast the volume up so loud that the teacher would get really pissed off. And they would unplug the speaker cable behind the computer as a punishment. For me, I had to use the old Walkman headphones, not the earbuds, but the ones that go over your head, like earmuffs. Oh well, it was better than nothing. I think I only used this computer one time in elementary school, and I remember it was a Halloween dance that day. so there was hardly any students in the class. And I was able to try this machine out. It was my very first time using it. And I liked it. It was fast. It was a big change for me. Then, a couple years later, we got the brand new black Dell we got the brand new computers, which were the black Dells. And they sold these machines for $25. Well, only 3 people bought them. And after that, they didn't know what to do with it. So I walked up and I asked if I could have one. And they said sure. And I asked, how much do you want for it? And they're like, take it. I'm like, seriously? Take it? For free? And they said, yep, go ahead, take it. So I took the computer home. And it's been with me for quite a long time. But the compact Presario has been around with me the longest. Like, so this wasn't my first computer, but that was my first computer up there. So this machine is pretty cool. Now, when I got it for free, it came with the Dell Quiet Key keyboard, came with a Microsoft mouse, but I'm deciding to use this one for a change. It came with the monitor, of course. Here's a funny story. During the summer, when I was doing my computer sales, I accidentally sold the Dell keyboard. So, without even knowing that I sold it, I was looking around my entire room and I could not find the bloody keyboard. And I realized, oh, I must have sold it with one of my computers. So one day, I went to the Learning Resource Center, and they had this thing sitting outside the dumpster. It was all dirty, and I just brought it home and cleaned it up. And then I made a video for you guys, which is in one of my older videos. I can't remember the name of it. So this keyboard didn't come with this computer. I wish I got the old keyboard back, but I accidentally sold it with a computer. But this has the exact same model number on it. It says Dell GX100, so it goes with this machine. So I haven't been making videos for a while now. I've been really busy restoring this machine. I popped the dent of the Dell emblem, which was a real pain in the ass. I took the DVD burner out and put a white CD drive in. I don't know if I had my flashlight with me. I think I set it down somewhere. Oh, no, I didn't. There's the white CD drive. And it works. There's only one problem though. Pretty sure you guys noticed it right on the spot. There's a huge crack in the monitor. It's on the plastic stand. And it goes all the way up right where the thing snaps on. So I gotta try to fix that. Well, the Dell emblem kind of looks fine. There's a small little dent, but I popped the huge one out. Probably a couple beats with the hammer and it will be completely fine. And when I got this computer back, it was so dusty. Like really dusty, and it smelled funny. And like it did not smell like a clean computer. It smelled like dogs and something really bad. And heck, even when I gave it away, it was still dusty. So I have to say the dust kind of collected up a little bit. So I'm just going to knock the monitor to its side and then take the case off. Hope this doesn't crack the stand a little bit more. There we go. and it still has the original Grand Erie District School Board sticker on it. Just letting you guys know that I got it from the school. The case is clean too. There's no signs of yellowing on it. Would you look at that? It is so clean. Very flawless. There's no signs of dust anywhere. CPU is all clean. Everything's clean. There's no dust anywhere. Yes, the hard drive is duct taped down. For some reason, the computer won't even detect any other hard drive. It can detect that 40 gigabyte drive that was in here, but it just won't detect the original drive that was already in it. So, I connected the CD drive IDE cable to the hard drive and it works. So, basically, if I can get this stupid thing to move. Right down there, where the hard drive is supposed to connect to, there's nothing plugged in there. So the CD drive and hard drive are both connected to the same ribbon cable. Oh well, I might have to add a little bit more tape to keep this thing from flopping around. You guys are probably going to ask me, how did I get this thing so clean? Well, at first I was wiping it with a damp cloth. And I sat there and I'm like, this is going to take forever. So, I took the hard drive out, took the DVD burner out, of course, took the RAM out and the CPU out and just left the heat sink in. Because I know those are easy to clean. And what I did was, went upstairs, turned on the bathtub water, put a little bit of dish soap inside the bathtub, and just tossed the thing in. And I had a scrub brush and just scrubbed it down. Then, after when I was done giving it a soaking in the bathtub, I let it sit for a while and blow dried it and hand dried it, and it turned on and worked. So you could tell that this computer is really, really tough. It survived after getting washed in the sink. Even the power supply went in. I just took the hard drive, DVD burner out, the RAM and CPU, and just picked up the case and put it in the tub. I didn't care. Because I know that the IBM computer survived. Which is this one. I put that in the sink and washed it. I took the motherboard out and washed it in the sink. So, I'm going to put the case back on and we're going to fire this thing up. So I just got to set the camera down for a second. Sometimes Dells are dependable, sometimes they're not. I like this one because it's really dependable. It survives being washed in the bathtub. The main thing I hate about these Dells is just trying to put the case back on. You gotta put it on a certain way. And I just don't like using up my time in doing this. And I just gotta put the monitor back on. Okay, here we go. Just gotta lift it up a bit. So I don't want the monitor to do a front flip on me. Okay, here we go. I don't know if I mentioned, but it's running Windows 2000 Professional. Do we got power everything? Yes, we do. I like having power everything. Oh, also guys, check out Silver Person's channel. He will be making a video about his HP Vectra very soon. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm happy that he has it running on the internet. And it's running Windows 2000 as well. I'm surprised how bright this monitor is. Most of the monitors were really dark. Okay, I gotta stop this stupid thing from popping up. Yep, the dinger's working. So, Windows 2000 runs really well on this computer. I don't know why the school board didn't decide to put Windows 2000 on here in the first place. Let's see how many megabytes of video card we have. We have 4 megabytes, and it is Intel Corporation 810 graphics controller hub. So that's good. Wonder how the maze works on here. Oh yeah. No lagging, no nothing. But I want set to the Windows 2000 screensaver. There we go. Let's go to System Properties and check everything out. Microsoft Windows 2000 Service Pack 4. It's a Pentium 3 with 256 megs of RAM. And the hard drive is 7.84 gigabytes, so that's almost 8 gigs right there. Very close. Everything works in here. Yep. Isn't that lovely? Let's see if we can play a sample song on here. I don't know if we got anything, but Windows NT, show files, media. Let's see. So that's cool. Well, that's basically it about this computer, you know. She's running like brand new. And let's turn her off and hear the lovely shutdown sound. And just gotta push the power button. There we go. And she's off. And that was pretty fast too. That's the fastest shutdown I've ever seen. Way faster than Windows 7 Genius. So, let me know if you guys want to know more about this computer. I'll be happy to talk about it. Or let me know if you guys want to see any other computer. Sorry. I might start up the old IBM computer down there, and probably start up the one that's been buried underground for 2 years.